is WTF News, hosted by OGSB.
Fox 13 News. Memphis rapper Young Dolph shot and killed in Memphis, November 17, 2021 at 11:38 p.m. UTC by Fox 13 Memphis News staff. Memphis, 10:03 independent law enforcement sources confirmed to Fox 13 that rapper Young Dolph was shot and killed in Memphis Wednesday afternoon. Mauricio, the owner of the shop where the shooting happened, Makeda's Butter Cookies, told Fox 13 his employees. Said Young Dolph, 36, walked into the store to buy cookies. Someone then drove up and then shot and killed him around 1 p.m. on Wednesday at the bakery in South Memphis. Shortly before 5 p.m., Memphis police released preliminary information about the shooting. Officers said information is pointing to Young Dolph being the victim, but they said the identification process has not been completed.
Have to, like I said, listen to music to really be touched by what happened. He was a success story when he made it out, but it wasn't only making it out, folks. For those who, again, you may be unaware of his history, his background, something Young Dolph would do is he would purchase homes, and he always said he wanted to give his son a home for his birthday, essentially. So by the time he graduated high school, he wanted his son to have almost 24 homes. So he is essentially pumping money right back into this community by buying those homes and trying to, again, instill that business mind frame into his children, hoping that would become generational. Vowing his children would never, is how he put it, would never have to live the life that he lived. And that's taking care of his siblings. I think he had 2 brothers, 2 sisters, some of which were incarcerated, unfortunately, early pregnancies, you name it, something that we hear much too often, something that, is really a reality for a lot of people. And Young Dolph was, and not to try to paint him in this, all glitter and rainbows way, but even though he had a difficult life, he always said, I don't have, that's not me. I don't have to continue living that life. And I want to show my family how we can overcome. I want to show others, especially those who called South Memphis home. We know this was where he was raised. He was raised by those in the community. He always said it once more, the streets were his father. So this was really personal, and this was home, and that's why you would oftentimes see Young Dolph in particular coming back to this area, Castelia Heights in particular, because that is where he was raised by his grandmother, along with, like I said, his siblings.
You can see behind that officer there over the shoulder, you can see it says Makeda's Cookies, and that is where this happened. Around 1 o'clock this afternoon, we understand that Young Dolph had gone into Makeda's Cookies, which he is known to do when he comes to Memphis, visit this store. It's an African-American owned store in the African-American community, and he has a big following in the African-American community. This afternoon, apparently, he been in that store. Something happened, and there was a shooting, and he was killed. Now, we have not been able to get close, but there were pictures circulating of the storefront shot out, glass broken, and you could actually see somebody's hand lying over on the sidewalk. We don't know. We assume that may have been him. But we are still waiting for police to give us some details about all that has happened and what happened and why it happened and who may be responsible for this. Of course, police have not come out and told us anything. As you can see, officers all standing around here. And if you look back over here, you can see that police are behind the barricades, and you see some of the people there who are still trying to stay here and trying to get information.
What it do, everybody? It's your girl Envy Allison, hostess of WTF News on Shizzy Lit Podcast. Do me a favor and let us up from the 36 chambers. It's the ghost face ass that I should be in charge of this show. I be on my best bullshit and extra lit. Don't forget that shit. Hold me down. Holla at your gazero. Whoop whoop. Blat. Hello everyone, this is another WTF News on Shizzy Lit Podcast.
It's WTF News, hosted by OGSB.